Amanda with the San Diego Lifestyle, and I'm here right in Carmel Valley, right across from the new project, One Paseo, that's happening. I was so intrigued, I had to find out more information, so I searched and I found some incredible people to interview, and it led me down to UTC actually, a little distance from here, to talk with Paul Comedina, who led me through one of his amazing corporate offices. And he talked with me a little bit about the project, and he also introduced me to Carrie, who is a fantastic lady, and you'll find out a little bit more about her in a little while. But they both had a lot to say about the One Paseo project. First, I want you to know all about this amazing new office they have in UTC. So let's go talk to Paul, and we'll hear all about the new UTC Cbre Office. I'm here in a really special place. I won't even tell you about it yet because I have Paul Comedina here with me, and he's going to tell you all about it. So first, tell me a little bit about who you are and where we are.
Yeah, so Paul Comedina, I'm Managing Director for Cbre San Diego. We're a global commercial real estate advisory firm based in Los Angeles. We have a significant presence all around the world, 400 offices. We have 3 offices here in San Diego, and we're sitting in our largest office here at Westfield UTC. We serve really 2 main clients. We serve owners of real estate across all product types, and we also serve occupiers or tenants who occupy real estate, small, medium, and large companies and everything in between.
Okay, and you just moved in here about 6 weeks ago?
Yeah, so we've been in San Diego for many years. We were actually across the street at the Plaza at La Jolla Village for the last 32 years and made the transition here to Westfield about 6 weeks ago after about a 3-year planning, development, and construction process, and it's been a whirlwind, but it's been an amazing 6 weeks.
So tell me some of the things about this office. I know there's some really cool things. I went and took a little mini tour, but tell me some of the features that are so amazing. If you can even remember a few of them. I know there's probably like 300.
Yeah, no, there's been a lot of things that I think people have been really excited about. Number one, we're located within the premier shopping destination in Southern California, Westfield UTC. So we've got 1.3 million square feet of amenities right outside our back door, including a new flagship, Nordstrom, and many other world-class retailers. So access to amenities, shopping, and restaurants is number one. But 2, it really starts for us, a focus on hospitality was critical. And so it starts with the arrival to the office, and so we utilize the fully appointed valet out front.
Yes,
and so
that experience was wonderful.
Our employees and our guests utilize the valet, so it's just all about welcoming people. And then walking into the space, we have 2 full-time concierges that are here really to manage the employee and the guest experience, to make sure that everything you need or employees need to be successful throughout their day, they have, and our clients the exact same way. We're sitting right in the heart of our roughly 4,000 square foot lobby with 17-foot ceilings and 12-foot glass.
It's so open and natural, bright.
For us, it was really important we host a lot of events for our employees and our clients, and we built a really large lobby so that we can host all of those events here and bring people together, not only ourselves, but also to bring the community into our home. And so we've got a number of events on the calendar over the next 90 days where the community is actually using our space to entertain. And so for us, it's just a great opportunity to become one with the community. So it's and I think the last thing I would say is technology has been a huge element. We've got a 9-screen media wall right behind us here, where we can recognize employees and we can run Final Four games, etc. We have 4 places in the office where we can actually open 12-foot high glass, 15 feet wide out to the outdoors, so we can bring the outdoors in. It's really been a game changer for people.
That makes a huge difference, being able to get that air inside the building instead of just looking at it from the inside out.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, San Diego is such a wonderful place to be in an incredible climate that to not be able to be part of it throughout the workday is kind of a lost opportunity. So it's just a great chance for us to bring it in.
Yeah, that's amazing that you understood that and you saw that coming into that and building this out like that. Yeah. How long did it take to build?
So from the start of construction to move in was a little just shy of 6 months, but as I said, kind of from initial idea to moving in was about a 3-year process. I would say a significant portion of that was we went from a traditional office environment to an environment where all of our people, not one single person, regardless of tenure or title, has an assigned workspace. And so getting people ready to live in a paperless environment where they're literally living out of a backpack and don't have any personal space is a big change from what they're used to. And so a lot of that 3 years was getting them prepared for this new environment. It's been a really rewarding kind of process and ultimately where we are today.
But it's so crucial because that's where the world is going now. It's paperless. And I also noticed the desks where you can sit down and stand up and change it literally with the push of a button. So that was amazing too.
Yeah, no, I think there's certainly a huge push within our company and within just kind of the world, really a focus on wellness. And so we had a whole health and wellness committee that helped drive a lot of the things that are part of this office. And the electronic sit-stand desks are really important. And I could think of a handful of people in the office that in the 6 weeks that we've been here have not sat down 1 second.
Wow,
I would
really?
say by and large people are standing 30 to 50% of the time.
Wow.
And so that's really been a huge element that people have really enjoyed.
I'm surprised by that because I like to sit down when I work, so I haven't gotten to that point yet.
But having the flexibility is the key.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I guess I just take a break and get up and walk around
around.
somewhere
Yeah.
and just don't work. So I'm sure that helps you actually focus and stay on track more too, because you're actually able to get up and move and still stay on task and continue to work. So
Absolutely. I think it's all about, our whole thesis is how do we design a workplace that fits the way people work today and makes them more efficient and better at what they do, and have more fun with what they do. And being able to sit, stand, and move around the office and be mobile and work, in the heart of the office where we're sitting today, or work from a coffee shop, or work from a workstation or private office, you got to have the flexibility to do it. And so that was really the driving force behind the move.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I must say I was a little bit intimidated downstairs when I saw the big neon CBRE sign, and I didn't know if I should even go in or not. Is that something that the public I'm sure they're thinking, but is that something that you welcome them in, or is this more of just like for the people who work here?
Well, I mean, first and foremost, it's a place where people go to work, right? So it's primarily for our employees and our clients, but that's not to say one of the things that we thought about was when we moved to a very public place like a mall, we're going to have a lot more people stop in. And so certainly, we've welcomed a lot of people who just happen to stumble into our space and they're like, what do you guys do? And tell me a bit about your space. So certainly, we're welcoming of all people to come through whenever they want, but first and foremost, it is a place of business. So we're kind of navigating some nuances that we haven't been used to, but overall it's been great so far.
This office is obviously a step above the rest, so kind of what's your message to people that are working in real estate or in other fields that are closely related that you want them to know about this space?
In today's environment, it's about recruiting and retaining the best people, right?
Sure.
And that could be in sales, it could be in financing, it could be in property management, it could be in finance, it could be in a whole host of things.
Sure.
So our view is that if there are people that are working for other companies or in other industries that may have an interest in anything associated with commercial real estate, our goal is to be an employer of choice. It's a significant element of being an employer of choice is what is your workplace like and what's the culture that it fosters. And so based on our move here, we want it to be an opportunity to recruit and retain the best talent. So if there are people that are out there that have an interest in commercial real estate or somewhere else and are looking for a newer opportunity, we're always open to entertaining new ideas about how we can incorporate the best talent into our firm.
And then do those agents come and talk to one person as you, and then they kind of go from there, or are there different teams? Or
so I would say there's obviously a lot of avenues. We're a big company, but I can always be a starting place for anybody, and I may not have all the answers, but I can find the right people that have the answers. So I can certainly be a starting place and then go to the right people from there.
Awesome. Was there any final words that you had about this amazing office here?
It's been an amazing journey. I would say that people are resilient, and sometimes you have to challenge them beyond what they're comfortable with. And sometimes they don't realize what they want until they have it. And so I think putting together a really good project plan and really crafting the vision and showing them how you're going to achieve that vision, that's been a big challenge with this project, but it's also been the part for me personally that's been the most rewarding in getting people to where we are today. And the impact of this space, the location, the design, all of the elements of it, and the impact on our people and our culture has been incredible and has exceeded all of our expectations. So it's been really a lot of fun.
And it really impacts the community as well. So I can't wait for your next public event for you to bring a few people in, and I hope I get a special invite.
We'll make sure that happens.
All right, well, sounds good. Thank you so much, Paul, for your time today. And if anyone wants to come and pop their head in and ask Paul a few questions, he's welcoming you to do that. So
Thank you.
It was so nice to sit down and talk with Paul about the CBRE office that's open in UTC, but I know what you're dying to know about is the One Paseo project. So I sat down next with Carrie Bob to learn all about the details, what's going to go on, and how it's going to impact our fabulous San Diego community. Okay, so now we're here with Carrie Bob, and she is an incredible lady. We were talking to Paul earlier just a little bit about this incredible space. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what's going on in San Diego and all these different mixed-use spaces and how it all ties together. There's so much going on.
Yeah, I mean, this project is amazing. Westfield's done an amazing job tying it all together. The placemaking, common areas, everything is just beautiful. I love our office, and it's just where everything's going today, right? Like the best office projects, the best retail projects, the lines are all being blurred and it's all being tied together. And that's really the essence of One Paseo, right?
Yeah, that's my most interested thing I really want to talk about, because I know a ton of people keep asking me about it, and you know, I drive by it almost every day, so I have tons of people interested in what is it exactly?
Well, so it's retail, office, and residential. There's 95,000 square feet of retail, 280,000 square feet of office, and 608 residential units.
Okay.
And every aspect of it is absolutely beautiful. I mean, they're executing flawlessly on each individual segment. Like the residential is beautiful, the office is really cutting edge, super cool. And then the retail is a little bit softer, heavy emphasis on placemaking, really experiential retail.
So what exactly is placemaking? For those
So the idea is that it's a really cool place to hang out that happens to have retail.
Okay.
Great shops, great restaurants, but it's more about how you feel when you're there, really evoking emotion and being in a cool place where you want to hang out with your friends and family. And our thought was, we're picturing people in Carmel Valley in their neighborhoods, standing on their driveway on a Friday night, kids are running around saying, you know, what do we want to do tonight? And they just say, we'll go to One Paseo and figure it out when we get there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's
so
really
then
cool.
with all the different mixed uses, is there going to be people, you said, living there too?
Yeah.
Okay, wow. I thought, so it's not just a mall. It's not just another mall.
It's definitely not a mall. And it's small. It's only 95,000 square feet.
Yeah.
So it's very quaint and charming, but it's executed really, really well. Great restaurants are coming, great retailers. We're waiting to announce a few things, so
Yes,
I wish I could tell you would love it.
Don't.
It's going to be great. I'm so proud to be working on it. It's a really great project.
Was it something that was, you had the vision for One Paseo and it was just finding the location, or was it you had this location and you didn't know what to do, and then One Paseo came from that?
So Kilroy is the developer.
Okay.
And their inspiration and vision for the retail part is a country mart, and so the inspiration is the Malibu Country Mart.
Okay.
Up in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And so it's almost like these 12 to 14 different barn type cottages across the property.
Yeah.
And it's almost like little discoveries as you walk through the project. It's not like very linear where you can see it from start to finish. You have to kind of wander, meander,
Yeah.
and there's all these little great common area spaces. Like the kids' playground area is hollowed out trees.
Oh, fun.
And so kids can crawl in and out of them. It's not like a kids' play area. Adults could do it too. And it's just really like organic. It's just super cool. And they have mason jar lighting hanging from tables up above. And every little detail has been,
thought through
yeah,
it.
it's beautiful.
Wow. And then, so I know a big problem people are wondering about is the traffic and the parking and how is everyone gonna even get there, and have you addressed some of those things, or how has the planning been with that?
Yeah, so the parking deck is done.
Yeah, I saw that. That was awesome.
It went up fast.
Yeah.
There's many different points of entry. The access is really simple because everyone goes into the parking deck right at the entrance of the project, and so all paths lead to the parking deck.
Okay.
And then it's a really high-tech system in there where it tells you how many minutes for the short-term parking is left. And
Okay.
how many spaces are full and how many spaces are free and all of that. They're trying to make it as easy as possible.
Awesome. Well, I think that it'll only be a benefit to people because personally I feel like as the community grows anyways, like it's going to, this is just another option that people will have to be able to go and shop and hang out instead of
Right.
stuffing everyone in these other places. There'll just be another place. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's only for the better, but a lot of people I know they were just nervous about it coming in and about changes. Do you know if there was something else that was planning on going in that space before they decided on that?
The retail aspect of the project is really different
Okay.
than what it was planned to be 5 or 7 years ago. It's been scaled down significantly, but the design of it is so different. I think the people that were fearful of the traffic and what it would do are gonna love hanging out there. I think they will absolutely love it.
That is so exciting.
The aesthetic and the design of what they've done with this Country Mart, people, when we're talking to tenants, their body language changes. They lean in to see more because they've just done such a great job on the design.
So has the general business population been really excited about this
Yes.
space, and it's pretty much packed in there already, huh?
Yeah, and it works really well together, again, with the more so office and retail, but we are merchandising it for the residents too, but
Yeah.
the office and retail is playing together really closely, that the office tenants can tie into the retail, and the restaurants can cater to the office and things like that, much like they did here. I mean, it's been great.
Yeah, it's been so amazing coming here today and visiting this office, and there's so much going on with UTC right now, and just San Diego I feel like is booming. It's just growing and growing, which I think is great because I definitely think we have a problem with not enough spaces and not enough houses, so hopefully we're addressing that a little bit. Is there anything else that you wanted to say about One Paseo and how it's going? When is it gonna be done?
So we're shooting for a March
Okay.
2019 grand opening.
Okay.
And so, yeah, we're moving fast.
That's exciting. Yeah, it's going so fast. Every day there's something else, and it just keeps building and growing, and it's amazing. I love it.
I'm excited for you to shop there.
Yes, me too. I live right down the road, so I will definitely be there. Well, thank you so much, Carrie, for
Yeah, my
coming
pleasure.
and talking to me today about One Paseo. And
Thank
if you
you.
guys have any other questions for Carrie or myself, let me know, and we'll sit down and talk again. And we have a lot of time left, but it's going so fast, so I'm sure it'll be up before we even know it.
Well,
I can't wait. All right, thank you.